All right, so today I'm just going to go over quickly with the use of a weight belt. It's something that gets butchered a lot. I think what happened was back in the 80s, every dude would go to the gym, they had their weight belt, they would put the weight belt on, they use it for every set of every rep of their whole entire workout, upper body, lower body, doesn't matter what they were doing, they would have a weight belt on. Then fast forward, late 90s, early 2000s, the functional craze, maybe mid to late 2000s, the functional fitness craze, where you never use a weight belt. You have to have strong core muscles. So we don't need weight belt because weight belts make our core weak. So just like everything in the fitness industry is swung one way, crazy use of the weight belt, and then it swung completely the opposite way to no use of the weight belt ever at all, when in reality it's another tool in the arsenal, just like a kettlebell, just like a barbell, just like anything else. It's a tool in a toolbox that you should know how to use it and when to use it and why you're using it. So for the weight belt, what we're going to use is we're going to actually use it for our heavy sets of squats and deadlifts, basically only our lower body stuff. Maybe when a guy's approaching a max, like the last 2 to 3 sets of the workout, 90%, 95%, 100%. Maybe you're going for a new record, so over 100% of their max. And then we're going to use it then, but that's about it, and then we're going to take it off. Our warm-up sets, we typically don't use one because the weight belt, they were somewhat right that it can weaken your core because you need to learn how to use your abdominal muscles. But the thing is, the weight belt actually magnifies your abdominal muscles because it allows you to create more inter-abdominal pressure because you're pushing out against the weight belt, which gives you more leverage when you go to lift something heavy. Okay, so when you're lifting heavy, what a lot of people do is they're going to breathe in to their chest and not into their stomach. So we also can use it as like a teaching tool for our younger athletes and teach them how to breathe into here as opposed to into their chest. So if you notice, what a lot of people do is they're going to like take a deep breath in. Sorry, the mailman's going by. Okay, so they're going to take a deep breath in to what people usually do. Let's say they're going to set up for a deadlift. They're going to take a deep breath in, and they're going to breathe into their chest. Well, when you breathe into your chest, what happens to your stomach? It's all soft, right? When in reality, you need to take that breath in and push into the belt. Or if you don't have a belt on, it's the same thing. You're pushing out, and you're still contracting your abs. Everything should be contracting down nice and hard and out. So it's going to be breathe in and lift, as opposed to breathe in and then lift, where you're going to be all soft in your belly, right? So we're trying to create as much pressure and make our stomach basically as hard as possible. And that's basically how the weight belt works. So yes, it should be used at some points. It should not be used for everything, just like anything else. So we'll use this to teach the younger athletes how to Valsalva maneuver, which is basically push out, hold your breath, lock in the abs, lift something heavy, and then let it go. So you're not exhaling through the movement. You're actually tight, 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 lift, lock it out, done, and then you breathe. So the weight belt helps with that. And that's about it. I mean, again, the weight belt should be on nice and tight. What I like to do is take a breath in through my nose, fill my stomach as much air as I possibly can. And this is kind of difficult. It takes some practice to actually learn how to fill your stomach with air as opposed to your chest. And we work with that. We have different drills. We work with guys on that too. But so we're going to fill the stomach with air. Then I go through my nose first. So it's nose, mouth. Then I'm ready to lift something heavy. Okay. So again, you're three-dimensionally pushing out against the weight belt. Now, if you wear it all the time, I guess it will weaken your stomach because you basically are relying on the weight belt like as a crutch and not contracting your abs, as opposed to, so you're just pushing into the weight belt all the time, or you're not even using it. I think a lot of people, to be honest, don't even use the weight belt properly, so it's almost pointless to even have it on because it's meant to do something really heavy and then relax, take it off. It's too tight to wear it the whole time, and no one walks around all day like constantly pushing out and keeping tight abdominal pressure on their abs. Like, you're relaxed. When you're most things you're relaxed. Unless you're lifting something really heavy, you don't need to have all that inner abdominal pressure. So the weight belt becomes pointless when you're not using it for the right things.